Hi everybody, welcome to this SPM Modern Maths revision. This is lesson 17. In this video, I'm going to talk about the quadratic expression and equation. Okay, so before I show you how to do the factorization for the quadratic equation, let's go to expansion first. If you have a plus b squared, okay, be careful here. This is not equal to a squared plus b squared, not equal to, but this is actually equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, why? Let me show you. If you have a plus b squared, it's actually mean a plus b times a plus b. Correct, right? Okay, so now still remember how to do the expansion for this one. First, we focus on a. So this one times a, this one times b, right? So you will get a squared plus ab. Okay, now we focus on this one. Okay, ba is actually the same thing like ab. Okay, so it will be b squared. So you will get a squared. Okay, these two are like terms. We can combine them together, become 2ab plus b squared. Okay, so that's why we know that a plus b squared is actually equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, the same thing if you have a minus b squared. Excuse me. It's not equal to a squared minus b squared, but it's equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, let me show you y is equal to this one. Square is actually equal to a minus b, right? Okay, so I write over here. So a times a, you get a square. Positive times negative, you get negative, and you get negative a b. Okay, now done for a. Now we focus on negative b. Negative b times a times positive a, you will get negative, right? So negative ba and negative ab is the same thing. Negatives times negative, you get positive b squared. Okay, so this one we just copy these two like terms, we combine them together, we get negative 2ab plus b squared. Okay, now you understand, right? So a minus b squared is equal to this one. Okay, it's not equal to a squared minus b squared. Be careful with that. Okay, so if we have multiply a times b squared, okay, this one no problem, very easy. A squared times b squared. If you have dy, a divided by b squared, okay, no problem. A squared divided by b squared. Okay, just have to be more careful when you see positive and negative. Okay, so let's look at some example. If you have x 2x plus 5, you want to expand it. You don't want this bracket, it's actually very easy. Multiply, right? So x times 2x, you get 2x squared. Positive times positive, you still get positive. So you will have 5x. Easy, right? So when you have negative, you need to be more careful. Let's say negative x minus 6. Okay, same procedure actually. Negative, positive, we get negative x squared. Negative, we get positive 6x. Okay, so if you have this one, okay, I write over here 2x minus 5 x plus 2. Okay, so the same thing like just now I told you. Now we focus on 2x first. 2x times x, you get 2x squared. 2x times 2, you will get a positive 4x. Okay, now we focus on negative 5x. Negative 5. Negative 5 times x, you get negative 5x. Negative 5 times positive 2, you get negative 10. Okay, now we just need to simplify it. You will see any like terms here. So we have 2x squared. This one we just copy. We cannot do anything here. Positive 4x, negative 5x. These two are like terms. We can simplify it. We get negative x minus 10. Okay. Okay, so we go to number 4. X minus 3. 3x minus 4. Okay, same thing. Now we focus on x first. X times 3x, you get 3x squared. X times negative 4, you get negative 4x. Okay, done for the x part. Now we go to negative 3. Negative 3 times 3x, you get negative 9x. Negative 3 times negative 4, you get positive 12. Okay, so these two are like terms. We can simplify it. We get 3x squared. So negative 13x plus 12. Okay. How about this one? Now we have 3 parts here. We want to do expansion. It's the same thing. We can actually bring the negative 2 go in first. Okay, but only go into one bracket. You cannot bring the negative 2 go in here and also bring it into here. Then you will get the answer wrongly. Okay, so negative 2 times x, you get negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 5, you get positive 10. Be careful, put a bracket here. Okay, so this part we just copy. Okay, so the next step is the same like just now. Focus on negative 2 first. Negative 2x. Negative 2x times 3, you get negative 6x. Negative 2x times negative x, you get positive 2x squared. Okay, now we focus on positive 10. Positive 10 times 3, you get positive 30. Positive 10 times negative x, you get negative 10x. Okay, so normally for x squared, we will write in front here 2x squared. And these two are like terms. Okay, let me check. This is 10. Okay, these two are like terms. We can simplify it. You get negative 16x. Okay, the 30 you just copy. Plus 30. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so now let's go to factorization. Okay, the process of factorization is actually the reverse of the expansion. So it's very important we know these things. A squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b, a minus b. Okay, remember this is very important part for factorization. Okay, let me show you some example. How do we do the factorization? 3x negative 3y, so plus xy minus y squared. Okay, we need to factorize this expression completely. Okay, so what can I do for these two parts is they have the 3, so I bring the 3 out, factorize the 3 out, then I left x inside, negative y, right? Okay, so this I put a plus here, So these two I can bring y go up. Then you have x times y. Okay, double check again. Y times x you get xy. Okay, y times negative y you get negative y squared. Okay, this one 3 times x you get 3x. 3 times negative y you get negative 3y. Okay, from here you will see, you'll notice that these two are actually the same thing. So the whole thing I can bring it go out, factorize the whole thing out. Then I'll get x minus y go out. Okay, then I only left 3 and positive y. 3 plus y. Okay, so these are the final answers. Okay, so number 2, 18x squared minus 2. Okay, the first thing we can do is we factorize 2 out first. So you will get 9x squared minus 1. Okay, we still cannot stop here because we still can proceed further. So this is actually, now the x squared now is only for x. The square here is only for x, not for 9. So if I want to use this formula, okay, so I need the whole thing square. So I try to change it, become 3x squared. Okay, this 3x squared is the same thing as 9x squared. So this negative 1, I can just simply change it become 1 squared, the same thing, right? Okay, now you have a squared minus b squared. So you know the formula, 3x plus 1, 3x minus 1. Okay, so these are final answers. Okay, we go to number 3. Now you have this one, x minus 6 minus 6 minus x. Okay, so this one, okay, I just open up the bracket first, x minus 6, okay, negative, positive, negative, 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 positive, x. Okay, then only I try to simplify x plus 2 plus x, you get 2x. Negative 6, you get negative 12. Okay, here I can bring the 2 go out. X minus 6. Okay, so this is the final answer. Okay, so we go to number 4. P. So Q minus 1 minus 1 minus Q. Okay, so how to do the factorization? Okay, so here you see Q minus 1, here you see 1 minus Q. If I want to change this part become Q minus 1, what should I do? Q minus 1. So the negative become positive, positive become negative. Means that I just need to change the sign here, become positive. You see, if you expand it, right? Positive Q minus 1. This is the same thing, minus 1, positive Q. Okay, so now you have Q negative 1, Q negative 1. Here you can just assume we have 1 here. Bring the Q negative 1, Q minus 1 go up. And what's left inside? P plus 1. Okay, then you can stop here. Okay, let's go to number 5. Okay, this one is the main things that we need to know for this chapter. Quadratic equation, quadratic expression. In general form, you have ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, when you have this type of expression, normally we will use this method. Okay, let me choose some example for you. X squared plus x minus 6. Okay, this one we need to do some factorization. It's very easy. you draw a cross like this. Okay, then you try to think what times what you will get x squared. X squared times 1, okay, it's not suitable. We need to separate the x squared here. So we must put x times x, right? So what times what? These two numbers you multiply each other, you get negative 6. Okay, we just ignore about the negative first. We just think about 6. 1 times 6, 6 times 1, 2, 3, and 3, 2, right? So I choose 2, 3. Okay, so the negative, these two actually multiply together. I need to get negative 6. But now, we still don't know what to put negative here or negative here. It's okay. We just ignore this part first. Then we do cross multiplication. Here you get 2x. Here you get 3x. Okay, the last part, you have to plus, add up together. So 2x and 3x, you want to get positive x. So here I put positive, here I put negative. So these two add up together, you will get positive x, right? Okay, so if these two are positive one, in front here is positive, right? Easy. Negative, you put negative. Positive, you just put positive. Okay, then we double check again. X times x, you get x squared. Okay, correct. Negative 2 times positive 3, you get negative 6. Okay, correct for this part. Negative 2x plus, this not times, plus 3x, you get positive x. Okay, correct. So means that this one, I can write become x minus 2, x plus 3. Okay, so this is actually very important for this chapter. Okay, so now we look at this one. We have a negative 3x squared minus 12x plus 15. Okay, so we try to make the number become smaller, easier for us to do the factorization. Here I see you can bring the 3 go out, right? So negative 3, I bring negative 3 go out. So here you will get x squared. So in order to get back negative, I have to put plus 4x. So I want positive, I have to put negative because negative outside, negative, it will become positive 5. Okay, so we double check again. Negative 3x squared, negative 12x, and positive 15. Okay, correct. Now, for this part, we can start to do the factorization. Draw a cross like this. Okay, so x times x, you get x squared. Negative 5, we just think about 5. Okay, 1 times 5, you get 5, right? So cross multiplication, you will get x here 5x. Okay, these two add up together, you need to get positive 4x. So I put positive here, put negative here. It's negative, follow negative, positive, follow positive. Okay, so now we double check again. X times x, x squared. Okay, correct. Negative 1 times 5, you get negative 5. Okay, correct also. These two add up together, you get positive 4x. Okay, so these combinations are correct. X minus 1, x plus 5. Okay, so this is the answer. So sometimes maybe you look at the answers given by the book's difference, but maybe the book will give you this answer. They bring the negative go in, so in front here they just write the 3, so it becomes negative x positive 1 x plus 5. Okay, copy here. Remember, the negative you can only bring in one bracket, either this one or this one. Okay, so it's actually equal to, normally we don't like to have a negative in front here. We just change it, become 1 minus x plus 5. Okay, so these two are actually equivalent. You can try and see, expand this one and this one, you will get back this same thing. The negative you want to put at the back here, This one you copy and here it become negative x, negative 5 also can. All are equivalent. Okay, so now we go to solving the quadratic equation. So remember, before you want to start solve a quadratic equation, you need to write the quadratic equation in general form, which means you have ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. This side must be equal to 0 first, then only you can start to do the factorization like just now I show you and start to solve it. Okay, let me show you how to solve it. It's actually very easy. So if you have x squared plus 4x minus 5 is equal to 2x plus 5. Okay, we want to solve this quadratic equation. Okay, how to solve it? Remember, every time you have to write the quadratic equation in the general form first. Okay, so this one I think I just copy. Okay, here just the simple expansion, you get 2x plus 10, right? Okay, so this one just copy first. Positive 2x, it become negative 2x when you bring it from the right hand side to left hand side. Positive become negative. Okay, now this side becomes 0. Okay, so we need to try to simplify x squared the problem. Okay, we have negative 4x, negative 2x, total is negative 6x. So negative 5, negative 10, you will get negative 15 equals 0. Okay, so now this is quadratic equation in general form. So here we can, okay, let me check any mistake. Oh, sorry, I make a mistake here. Here is positive. I should write positive here. Positive 4x minus 2x. So this is not correct. Okay, positive 4x minus 2x should be positive 2x. Okay, now we can start to do the factorization. Make a cross like this. Okay, so x times x, we get x squared. This 15, 1 times 15, right? 3 times 5. Okay, I think I just choose 3, 5. Okay, so cross multiplication, 3x, 5x. Okay, so these two you add up together, you want to get positive 2x. So here I have to put positive, here put negative, right? So with negative, here you just follow negative, positive, here you just follow positive. Okay, so x times x, you get x squared. So negative 3 times 5, you get negative 15. Okay, you see x squared, negative 15. Okay, correct. These two you add up together, you get positive 2x. Okay, all correct. Okay, now you can write this quadratic equation in this way. Equals 0. Okay, now you have two things. Multiply each other, you get 0. Means that one of it must be 0. Okay, so let's say what I mean is like this: a times b equals 0. We know that a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 0, right? So the same thing here. X minus 3 equal to 0 or x plus 5 equal to 0. So x equal to 3, x equal to negative 5. Okay, let's look at another one. Now you have y plus 2. Y are equal to y plus 2, y minus 3. Okay, so first thing, I just bring the y minus 3 up here. We can multiply. Okay, so y plus 2, I just copied. Okay, here we need to do the expansion. Y square, y times negative 3, you get negative 3y. 2 times y, you get 2y. So 2 times negative 3, you get negative 6, equal to y plus 2. Okay, here we can simplify it. You get y squared. Negative 3y plus 2y, you get negative y. Okay, here negative 6. Bring this 2 over here. Negative y, negative 2. Okay, try to simplify further. Y squared, we cannot do anything, we just copy. So you have negative y here, total up you get negative 2y. Okay, so you have negative 6, negative 2, you get negative 8. Okay, now this is quadratic equation in general form. You can start to do the factorization. Y times y, right? So 8, if I try, let's say if I try 8 times 1, okay? This is x, 8y, this is y. These two you add up together, cannot get negative 2y. It's impossible, right? So it means that this combination is not correct. Okay, so I choose 4, 2. 4, 2. 2y, 4y. Okay, so these two add up together, can I get negative 2y? Can, right? Here I put negative, here I put positive. Negative, follow negative, positive, follow positive. Okay, then I start to do checking. Y times y, you get y squared, correct? Negative 4 times positive 2, you get negative 8, correct? Negative 8, y squared. This one add up together, not multiply, be careful here. So you get negative 2y. Okay, all correct. So y minus 4, y plus 2 equals 0. Now same step again. Y minus 4 equal to 0 or y plus 2 equals 0. And y is equal to negative 2 or y is equal to 4. Okay, so we look at number 3. X plus 2, x minus 1 minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, here you see, this is, you have a negative outside the bracket. We need to do until we get this. Okay, so I think I just expand these two, then it will equal to x squared minus x. No problem, right? X times x, you get x squared. X times negative 1, you get negative x. 2 times x, positive 2x. 2 times negative 1, negative 2, minus 10, equal to 0. Okay, so I try to simplify it. X squared. Here you add x squared here. Negative x plus 2x, you get positive x. Negative 2, negative 10, negative 12. Okay, so this is quadratic equation in general form. We can start to do the factorization. Okay, like x times x, you get x squared. Okay, so 12, I think I just choose 4, 3. 4x, 3x. Okay, so these two add up together, you need to get positive x. Here positive, here negative. So if these two is positive, very easy. Always follow. If here positive, here positive. If here negative, negative. Okay, x times x, you get x squared. Correct. 4 times negative 3, you get negative 12. Correct. These two plus, you get x. Okay, so correct. This combination, correct. So x plus 4 x minus 3 is equal to 0. So same thing again, x plus 4 equals 0, or x minus 3 equal to 0. So x is equal to 2, or x is equal to negative 4. Oh, sorry, a mistake here. This is not 2, should be 3. So x is equal to 3, or x is equal to negative 4. Okay, let's look at these questions. Diagram below shows a rectangular jar hall state flat made by a staff of a textile company. The total area is 35 square meter. We want to find the value of x. So first we need to think. We need to try to form a quadratic equation, then we solve it. So what's 35? 35 is the area, means that the length here times the length here will be equal to 35, correct? So what's the length here? Must be x minus 1 plus x divided by 2, right? So x minus 1 plus x divided by 2. Okay, so this one, this is actually 1. So 1, okay, this is 2. You will get 3 over 2x. If you cannot calculate mentally, you just press 1 plus 1 over 2. Okay, so negative 1, I just copy. Same thing here. These two add up together, you will get a length. X plus 1 plus 2x. So you will get 3x plus 1. And now you know that if these two you multiply each other, you get the area, which is 35. So now I form equation, quadratic equation, 3x plus 1 multiply 3 over 2x minus 1. You get 35. Okay, so now I do the expansion. 3x times this one times you get 9x squared divided by 2. 3x times negative 1, negative 3x. Positive 1 times this one, you get positive 3 over 2x. Positive 1 times negative 1, get negative 1. The 35 I bring it over here, become negative 35 equal to 0. Okay, so here we try to simplify 9x squared divided by 2. These two are terms, right? You can just press the calculator, negative 3 plus 3 over 2. Okay, this is negative 3 over 2x. Negative 36 is equal to 0. Okay, now we have a 2 here. I think it will make this quadratic equation become more complicated. I just simply multiply the whole equation by 2. So you will get 9x squared. Here you get 3x. Why? Because 9x squared over 2, you times 2, you can cancel out, right? You get 9x squared. So this one, remember, also need to multiply by 2, you get 72. This one multiply by 2, no problem. 0 multiplied by 2 is 0. Okay, so here I can start to do the factorization. If I don't want, I want to make the number become smaller. I just simply divide the whole equation by 3. So you get 3x squared, negative x, negative 24. Is equal to 0. Okay, now the number become smaller, then easier for me to do the factorization. So what times what? You get 3x squared. 3x times x, right? So I want to 24. I think I just try 8 times 3. 8x, 9x plus. Okay, so I want to get negative. Here put negative, here positive. These two are positive, so I just very easy, negative follow, positive follow. Okay, double check our combination, see correct. We get 3x squared. So this negative 24 multiply plus, so negative x. Okay, all correct. So we know 3x plus 8, x minus 3 is equal to 0. So 3x plus 8 equal to 0, or x minus 3 equal to 0. So x is equal to negative 8 over 3, or x is equal to 3. So in this case, we need to be more careful. We cannot stop here, huh? Because the x is actually the x over 2. This is a length. If I use the negative 8 over 3, it will become negative. Length cannot be negative. So this number is actually not suitable. I just ignore it. Not our answer. So final answer is x is equal to 3. Okay, sometimes if number become very big, you feel very hard for you to do it manually, you can actually use a calculator to help you. But be careful, when you press the calculator, if the calculator give you the answer x1, let's say negative 8 over 3, x2 is equal to 3. When you do the factorization, okay, you write both sides x's. If you get negative, you write positive. You write 8 here. Where's the 3? 3 is over here. You get positive, you write negative. Okay, let me give you another example. Let's say you key in all the number inside your calculator. Your calculator give you x1 equal to negative 2 over 5. X2 equal to 1 over 2, for example. So when you want to write the two bracket, very easy, you write x first. You get negative, you write positive. So you just write 2 here. Where's 5? 5 is over here. Same thing here. You get positive, you write negative. Write 1, where's 2? 2 is over here. Okay? So you feel that sometimes the number is very big, very hard for you to do it. You just can use a calculator to help you. Okay, I think we try one more last questions before I stop this video. Okay, let's try one more question here. You have a trapezium. You need to find area of the trapezium in terms of x. So remember how to find the area of trapezium. Always remember, start with 1 over 2. Then find the sum of two parallel sides. Here and here are parallel to each other, right? So you have to find the sum of them. X plus 3 plus 3x minus 1. Okay, because this is plus, here you want to put a bracket or you want to ignore the brackets also can, because it won't affect the answer because it's positive. Okay, then we need to times the height, right? Still remember? Okay. So this one I think I just copy first. X plus 3x, you get 4x. 3 minus 1, you get 2. So this one I just copy. Okay, then this is 1 over 2. I bring it first. Times 4x times 2, I get 2x plus 1. Remember to put a bracket here. Okay, so x minus 3. Now we do the expansion like usual. 2x times x, you get 2x squared. 2x times negative 3, negative 6x. Positive 1 times x, positive x. Positive 1 times negative 3, negative 3. Okay, it's 2x squared. Negative 6x plus x, you get negative 5x minus 3. Okay, so this is area of this trapezium in terms of x. Let's go to the second part. Given that the area of this trapezium is 15 square centimeter, we want to show that this 2x squared minus 5x minus 18 is actually equal to 0. Okay, so this is area part A. Okay, I write the part B over here. So since that the question tells us the area is equal to 15, so means that 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 is equal to 15. Okay, so 2x squared minus 5x. 15 I bring over here, become negative. Okay, so you will get negative 18. Okay, shown. Okay, we go to the last one. Solve this quadratic equation, and we need to find the length of PQ. So PQ is x minus 3, means that we need to find the value of x first. 2x squared minus 5x minus 18 is equal to 0. Okay, now we need to do the factorization, or you can use a calculator to help you. 2x, x. Okay, so 18, I just choose 9 and 2. You get 4x, here you get 9x, plus. These two add up together, you want to get negative 5x. I put negative here, positive here, negative, negative, positive, positive. Double check again. 2x times x, you get 2x squared. Negative 9 times 2, okay, negative 18. These two add up together, you get negative 5x. Okay, this combination is correct, no problem. 2x minus 9. X plus 2 equals 0. Okay, so 2x minus 9 equals 0, or x plus 2 equals 0. X is equal to negative 2. X is equal to 9 over 2. X equal to negative 2 is not correct. When you use negative 2, negative 3, this is negative 5. Cannot, the length, the width cannot be negative. So we just ignore this one. We take this one. X is equal to 9 over 2 is 4.2, 4.5. So now we need to find the length of PQ. PQ is equal to, where's PQ? X minus 3. X minus 3. Now we know that the x is actually 9 over 2. 9 over 2 minus 3. Okay, this is actually 4.5. Minus 3, you get 1.5 centimeter. Okay, so this is the length of PQ. So for this video quadratic expression equation, I will just stop here. So if you think that my video make you understand better, share it with your friend who need it. See you again in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.